All right, this artifact is going to go with number 25, which is provide opportunities for students to reflect on their own learning data. What you're looking at is the Leadership in Blended and Digital Learning course. This took place in Central Utah. This year, you can see that there was multiple sessions. We had 5. Really, it started at the beginning of the school year and went almost till March. February 26th was our last time with the principals. So we would meet with a group of principals, and let's take a look at what a session would look like. They had pre-work, then we would meet face-to-face, and then they had post-work. So within the session, we would go over things like what is blended learning and so forth, have them work together on that. And in this one, what they would do is afterwards, they sent out a teacher survey to all of their teachers. So, I mean, you can see like my students in this case were principals, and they're developing, and you can see here we have this roadmap for a plan using the data from their school for the whole school year, basically. And they would create committees. If we go to session 2, you can see they work with stakeholders, they go over school culture. In session 3, we get into instructional strategies. Section 4, we get into using different digital tools. But I want to show you the roadmap that they create. So this was set up by a principal in one of the districts in Central Utah, and they start out by coming up with a vision for blended and digital learning for the school. And then they talk about how they're going to get this implemented. They have stakeholder conversations with different teachers. They discuss the goals and get feedback from them. Then as they move on, then we get into school culture, and you can see how they're trying to implement this throughout the whole school with new teachers, with veteran teachers, with students, with parents and community, and what challenges they think they're going to have. And so they come up with this roadmap. They meet with stakeholders after each session, and then they would meet with our group and get help from other principals. And you can see this is another stakeholder conversation. These are some things that they got from that. Session 4, we get into transforming professional learning. This is their plan for that. These are people that they, on their staff, that they want to talk to about doing that. And then finally, you know, we get to the final implementation. And in this one, they meet with parents, some teacher parents, and get feedback from them on the plan. And, you know, really this took them the entire time they were in the course to develop this plan and get it started, and certainly something that they revisited throughout the time, but definitely was a time for them to reflect on their own learning throughout the course and how they were going to implement that in the school.